Hello FlossTube, welcome to my channel. This is Michelle from the day before this day before Michelle on Instagram and here on YouTube. Today is March 23rd and this is FlossTube number 6. This channel is about cross stitch, maybe crafting or sewing, but mostly cross stitch. I occasionally do a shop update, but today's video will be the first one, so not very often. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for coming and spending some time with me. Hopefully you will like my video and will join me again sometime. If you are returning, thank you so very much. I really appreciate that you come and spend some time with me. Time is a precious commodity, so the fact that you will come and spend some of that with me is thank you. Life updates. Staying home. All of the guys have essential jobs, so they aren't staying home other than when they're off. But we do what we have to do, right? So I have actually been self-isolating for the last couple of weeks. My husband's been doing the grocery shopping, just because of the whole high risk thing, and lots of stitching time, right? So yeah, that's it. Sorry, I'm a little bit scattered. I'm coming off the end of a headache, and this one was a really long one. It developed yesterday, and I'm just now coming off of it. So I figured now was the perfect time. I put dinner in the oven, and I was like, I'm gonna go do a video. So it's a lot later than I normally do them, so the lighting is really bad tonight, and I sincerely apologize for that, but I wanted to get the video done. Because I am trying to do one a week, and my last one was on the 16th, so there you have it. New floss tubes that I've been watching. I have subscribed to 2 new people, and the first one is Crossed by Floss. I really enjoyed her video. If you haven't already seen her, go check her out. And Shanda Stitching It in Idaho. Oh my gosh, I want to live there. The view of the Continental Divide is gorgeous. Jealous. So go check her out as well. There's been a lot of FlossTube watching. But fortunately, everyone has been so good about doing more videos. Christine Stitch All the Things has been doing a daily update, so it's been really nice. So let's get into the actual stitching, of which I don't have much to show you. So last week I was working on the model for the most part. It is finally finished after I had to rip stitches out so much that I finally just stopped and started it from scratch, because there was a big mistake somewhere that I wasn't finding. So I just had to just start from scratch, and that's done and on its way to the designer. Hopefully I can show you it soon. I don't know when it's coming out. So yeah, so that was what I got done there. I did, because of all the frustration with having to start over and having had so many. In order to keep my motivation up, I started playing a little game with myself. For every section of the model that I finished, I got to stitch a little bit on one of my webs. So I pulled a whip out of hibernation, and I started this in 2001, and it's one of the projects that I had started and it got put in storage. I hadn't made any mistakes or anything. It was one of those that it had got put in storage and disappeared for a little while. When I got it back out of storage, I was very sad to find that I had put it away with a needle parked in the fabric. Very sad making. But I decided that the rust marks are going to be mostly covered by stitching, so I'm just going to continue on with it. And yeah, just going to continue because I really like the piece, and it will serve as a lesson and a reminder of why we don't park our needles when we're storing our projects. Long term, anyhow. She says because her needle is currently parked, but that's because I was actively stitching on it. And this is called Happy Easter Needle Roll by Silkweaver Fabrics from 2001. This was part of a Needle Roll of the Month Club. It is being stitched on 28 count Joblin Barely Blue with Old Willow Stitchery hand-dyed threads. Oops. And there it is. I really wished the lighting was better, but so when I started, the eyelets and the two bunnies were done. So in the last week, I've put in the purple border and started on the carrots. And I don't know if you can see. Right above my knee, right under my finger, that's a rust spot. So the carrots are going to cover some of it, and the leaves that come up out of the carrots, the green, it looks like it's going to cover it pretty well. So I'm going to continue with this, and when it's finished, I haven't decided if I'm going to actually do a needle roll out of it, or if I'm going to turn it into a pincushion, or what I'm going to do with it yet. And unfortunately, I don't have an 8x8 without taking my Q-snaps apart for something else, so that just tells me I need to pick up an 8x8. So that is it on the whip front. I do not have any finishes or FFOs. And that actually was out of order, but that's all right. Whip Go and Whip Plans. So, save that one. So Whip Go for this month, the numbers, I don't remember what numbers they were, but basically it pulled, for me, the first one was Needlework Press, and it's called Sweet Land. I'm stitching this on white linen, 28 count white linen, and I changed the colors. The colors the called for colors, they're okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. They just don't suit me. So I changed out all the colors. There's only 4. And this is my color. Wow, that blue looks black. Okay, hang on just a second. I want to see if I can get better light going here. Okay, sorry, I had to make sure that we weren't still paused. So I apologize for the reflection, but hopefully that will help immensely. Oh yeah, that's way better. I started this last summer, and I stitched on it for like a day, and that was pretty much it. So I don't have much to show for it. But my Whip Go goal is 10 hours. So hopefully I will see some real progress on that this month. Obviously the month is almost over, so I'm seriously behind. On the other hand, I've got nowhere to go. Ohio is officially, as of midnight tonight, officially has a stay-home order. So I'm not going anywhere. My next Whip Go number was for another 10 hour. And this is for Old World Map by Diana Thomas for Janlin. I'm stitching this for my husband, and this is a restart. The fabric I was stitching on, I didn't care for it. It had been the kit fabric, and it just wasn't great. So I restarted it on a hand dyed by her name's Oksana. I can't remember her last name, and I don't know if she's got a Etsy or a website, but I know that she sells through Stash Unloading Cross Stitch Only group on Facebook. So it doesn't look like I have anything, but I promise I do. I have a little bit of border there. So I'm working on getting the outermost part to make sure it all matches up. And I hadn't been enjoying this because, of course, when you dye Monaco, it gets tighter. And this was before I had got my magnifying lamp and my new glasses. So now that I have those, I'm looking forward to getting this done. I'm stitching it for my husband, like I said, and it would be nice to have. It would be nice to have it done by Christmas. But I know that if I say by Christmas, I'm going to need a year from this Christmas. Because it's pretty big, and I get bored easy, so. So my next plans, next up is plans, sorry. So I plan on getting my 10 hours on each of those, because they both call for 10 hours. And because I finished Spooky Row, I get to start a new project. And I decided I was going to start one of my market pieces. Before I show no, I guess I'll show it. I've decided that I'm going to stitch Bendy Stitchy, You're Okay. Because, come on, you're okay, I guess. And I decided that a Bendy Stitchy design needed to be housed in my Bendy Stitchy bag. I am going to be stitching it with the called for DMC on 36 count linen. Color is Reflection by Mystic Fabrics LLC. That's the blue, the dark blue. So I think it's going to look really cute. I'd like to start that this week. We'll see how that goes. Which brings me to haul. So I have quite a bit of market haul. Stitch from Stash Aftermarket. I did really well. So with having finished Spooky Row and that little Lucky Robin, even after my market bill, I'm sitting at $24.56 to the good for the month. So I'm very pleased. Very, very pleased. I had been like not buying anything because I knew market was coming up, so I was saving all my pennies. So what I got, and excuse me, I need a drink. First of all, I got the cookbook, Happiness is Homemade, and there are several charts in here, so if you have not purchased one, you should. There's a lot of good recipes in here too, but there's some really cute designs in here. I picked up I Collect by Brenda Gervais, because this is the year of Brenda Gervais. And I do collect. Buttons, sewing implements, fabric. Yeah, that's me. Totally me. I am actually going to kit this up. Since I have the budget left, I'm going to kit this up over the next week or so. Berry Keeper by Brenda Gervais. And, I mean, would you look at that? The little spool has a tomato on top of it. How cute. Also picked up Token of Love. And I ordered the drawers. Or rather, I sent the link to my husband that ordered the drawers, so hopefully those will come in soon. 'Cause I don't want to get to it and not have the drawers to finish it. And then I don't know if this was a market release or not, but it was in Misty of Mystic Fabrics. She's who I did my pre-orders from, and she had it up, so I could not get it. And it's Simple Gifts Halloween. I mean, come on. Halloween in Quaker style. What's not to love? So that was it for my market haul. I feel like I had a lot more than that, but I didn't. This was plenty, don't get me wrong. This was plenty. I still have some things on my wish list, so, you know, birthday shopping's coming soon. The other piece of haul I've got was actually, this was a replacement chart. I had placed an order and it wasn't the right one. And so they had to order the new one in for me. And it's been sitting at the shop, just waiting for me to pick it up. And a couple of days ago they called and just getting it shipped. So this is from Sea to Shining Sea, and I'm going to be stitching the houses. Funny story though, because if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know that I'm getting the new stitching room, and I've been slowly unpacking and going through my stitching supplies. I actually found an original. And I don't know for sure, but I think, I'm pretty sure that one of my friends gave it to me last year, and it got shuffled in, and I forgot about it, and I ordered this anyhow. Sorry. Tina, if you did give it to me, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to forget that I had it. But, so that was it for haul. That is all of my haul. I don't have any major stash enhancing planned. I do want to kit up the I Collect, and I want to, there was another chart that I had forgot to order that I need to place an order for. But other than that, I'm just going to let my budget build up and save it for my birthday, because I get a lot of shopping spree for my birthday. So, last video, I was doing a giveaway for Stitching Pretty. I'm going to extend it because no one commented at all on the video. So I'm going to extend this, and we will try again for next week. Hopefully there will be some people commenting, maybe someone who would really like it and they just didn't get the chance to see last video. But so we will just extend this until next week. So if you would like to win Stitching Pretty, leave a comment saying I would like to stitch something pretty. I'm going to do my search on something pretty for the comments. Not that I'm going to have much worry about that, but just in case. Please don't say win, prize, giveaway, or anything like that, because I don't want to have to delete a comment. I never want to have to delete a comment, ever. And I will ship it anywhere. Okay. I feel like there was something else, but I think that that is it. So this is the part of the video if I ever have a shop update or any crafting or sewing, I always put them at the end of I'm always going to put them at the end of the video. And so if you're not interested in seeing my shop update, now would be the time to say goodbye. And I hope you will come back. And if not, then I hope you at least enjoyed your visit today. And happy stitching. If you would like to see what is new to the shop or what is coming to the shop, that starts now. So the first bag is, I actually already had a bag similar listed in the shop. This is the pig's portrait. But the ones that I had already had listed in the shop had a different dot. The dot fabric that I used on those ones is out of print, and I could not source anymore, so I found a different dot that the colors worked. That's the hard part, because I'm finding the right shade of pink. So I was able to find this dot. So there is one more of the original dot listed, unless it's sold since I was starting this. And when it's gone, it's gone. But this one is the new dot, and it's called Pig Portrait 2, T-O-O. So, and then the inside is this cute little plaid. These are standard size. My standard size is 13 inches by 15 inches. It is plenty large enough to fit an 11 by 11 Q-snap. And it's the one I use the most. I have, it holds, like I said, an 11 by 11. I use an 8 by 11 mostly. It fits fine. I do have one that I use that is an 11 by 11. Firefly Fairies. I haven't had that out in a while. So next up is Fresh Milk. Cute little tiki. Now I have had a mini listed like of these for a while, so it may not look like it's new, but the minis were the only ones I had listed until recently. Okay, this one is a long out of print Alexander Henry fabric called Sprites of Tilbrook. I mean, those colors are awesome. I just have a really simple gray and white polka dot inside, but look at this fabric. Do you see that shine, that shimmer? It's got gold threads woven in with the fabric. It's still really soft though. It's I love it. I had enough fabric for 2 of these. I do not know if I will be able to get more of the backing fabric. And I don't remember how much I have left of the sprites. So when the 2 that are listed are gone, they're gone for now at least. It's possible that those are the only 2 of those there are. Okay, so those are already listed in the store. This one has not actually been listed. I ran out of light today for it because I finished it this morning, but I ran out of lighting, and so well, okay, the day started off kind of dreary and rainy, and then by the time it did get light enough for pictures, I was already doing something else, and then the lighting was gone, so yada yada. Anyhow, this one will be getting listed tomorrow. This is another Alexander Henry fabric. Look at those dragons. And then I've just paired it with this cute little print. And then look at that lining. That lining fabric is perfect. It goes, I mean, it's like it's part of the wings. I have 2 of these. I only had enough of the lining fabric for 2. So when they're gone, they are gone. And I will be getting that listed up tomorrow. Hopefully by around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Fingers crossed. So that is it for the shop update for this week. I'm hoping to get back to my sewing machine this week. Again, sorry, habit. But we have to play it by ear. So this is a very short video. I know. I know that a couple videos ago I talked about a whip braid, and it just hadn't happened yet because I got the models and I needed to focus on those. I might be doing one tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll have to see. But I would like to do one this week and have it up while, I mean, we all need extra videos to watch while we have our lots of stitching time, right? So yeah, thank you for hanging out, and I hope that you liked the video, and if you did, please hit like and subscribe if you're willing. And that right there is my dinner timer, so I will talk to you later. Happy stitching!